Welcome to today's tutorial on how blockchain technology can transform the carbon credits market. In this video, we'll explore the concepts of carbon credits, how blockchain works, and step-by-step coding examples to build a blockchain-based carbon credit system. Let's get started. First, let's define carbon credits. Carbon credits are permits that allow the holder to emit a certain amount of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases. One credit represents 1 ton of greenhouse gas emissions. They are part of a broader strategy to combat climate change. Before we dive into the coding, let's talk about how blockchain can facilitate the carbon credits market. Blockchain can provide transparency, security, and traceability for carbon credits, ensuring trust between parties in the transaction. For our tutorial, we will use Java and a library called Web3j, which allows Java applications to interact with Ethereum blockchain. If you don't have it set up, head over to the official Web3j website to see how to install it. Now, let's set up a basic Java project. Make sure you have Maven installed. In your terminal, create a new directory and run the following command to initialize your project structure. After creating the project, open the pom.xml file in the root directory and add the Web3j dependency to it. This allows us to work with Ethereum blockchain. Now that we have our dependencies, we can start writing our blockchain code. Let's create a class called Carbon Credit. This class will represent a carbon credit on our blockchain. In the Carbon Credit class, we define the properties of a carbon credit, an ID, the owner, and the amount of CO2 it represents. Now, let's create a contract to manage these carbon credits on the blockchain. We'll use Solidity for the smart contract, which will compile and deploy to Ethereum. In our Solidity contract, we used a struct to define a carbon credit and a mapping to store them. Now that we have our contract, let's write a Java method to deploy this contract to the Ethereum blockchain using Web3j. In this method, we deploy the contract to the blockchain using Web3j. We provide our Web3j instance and our credentials. Once deployed, we'll receive a transaction receipt for all the details. Next, let's add functionality to create a carbon credit using our deployed contract. We will write a Java method that interacts with our Solidity contract to create a new carbon credit. The create carbon credit method uses the contract's create credit function to add a new carbon credit on the blockchain. We pass in the ID, owner, and amount as parameters. But we also need to ensure that the owner has enough funds to cover the gas fees. Let's see how to implement that next. Here, we're checking if the user has sufficient funds by querying their Ethereum address. If they have enough balance for the gas fees, we can proceed to create the carbon credit. Now that we can create carbon credits on our blockchain, let's add a feature to transfer these credits between owners. We will modify our Solidity contract first to include a transfer function. This transfer credit function checks if the message sender is the owner of the credit before allowing the transfer to a new owner. Now let's write the corresponding Java method to call this function. In this method, we're able to call the transfer function of our deployed contract to update the owner of the carbon credit. Next, we will implement a function to query the details of a carbon credit. With this method, we can retrieve a carbon credit's details from the blockchain by calling the appropriate mapping and returning it as a carbon credit object. Lastly, let's add a simple command line interface to test our blockchain carbon credit system. We'll use a main method to handle user inputs and call our methods accordingly. In the main method, we'll set up our Web3j connection and user credentials. You can extend this section to accept user input for various functionalities. Congratulations! You've now built a basic blockchain-based carbon credit system using Java and Solidity. This application is just a stepping stone for more advanced features you could implement in a real-world application. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing for more content on blockchain development and carbon credits. Let me know in the comments if there are any topics you'd like me to cover in the future. Thank you for watching.